What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a betting breakdown, full card predictions for UFC Vegas 88. We got TUIVASA versus Marcin Tybura. It's going to be an interesting little heavyweight Vegas bout. We'll see what happens in the Apex. I do think that this card has a lot of interesting fights that are probably going to go the finish. Just not a lot of good name value, but let's dive on into this and look at the card. All right. So, like I said, we got UFC Fight Night, TUIVASA versus Marcin Tybura. All right, let's start at the very, very bottom of the card at the prelims, if I can get there. All right, here we go. First fight. Took me a second to find it. We got, Charlampos Gregorio versus Chad Anheliger. Tough names. So, from what I've been looking at these two fights, Chad Anheliger is, he's getting of age. This is Gregorio's debut. I'm going to go with the younger fighter. I think the younger fighter gets it done here. I think Gregorio has some really, really powerful hands. And I just think Chad is getting of age. I think this is the time for Gregorio to show up and show out. Let's look at the odds here. We got Gregorio at -164. Chad is at +138. I'm going with Gregorio in this one. It could go to decision or KO. I'm thinking KO, but yeah, probably KO in round 1 or 2. That's what I'm leading towards. Next bout. All right, here we go. We got Thiago Moises versus Mitch Ramirez. It's been really weird on the UFC website, but we finally got this pulled up. I'm going with Thiago Moises. I think the veteran gets this one done. I think that Thiago Moises is better everywhere here. It's still probably going to be a tough fight, though, at the same time. But I'm leaning with Thiago Moises. I think this probably goes decision. I think that he wins by decision here, but, it's a tough pick. Moving forward. All right, we got Jacqueline Amarine versus Corey McKenna. Man, this is a tough fight. This is a tough one to pick. I'm going with Corey McKenna in this one. I think that she's got the grappling advantage, the wrestling advantage. I think she just kind of outpowers Jacqueline when it comes to like pushing against the cage, stuff like that. I think Amarim has better footwork though. I think that she could maybe pull the upset here. The odds are really close. -125 for Corey McKenna, Jacqueline Amarim at +105. I don't know if I'm going to be touching this one. A lot of people are very high on Corey McKenna. Honestly, I think the odds have went up a lot. These odds don't look right. Let me see. Yeah, I got Corey McKenna here on DraftKings at -164. So if you have -125, that's actually pretty good odds. I would pick that. I would go Corey McKenna in this one. I do think it goes the distance. Yeah, Corey McKenna by decision. Close fight, though. Josh Kulabau versus Danny Silva. I've been back and forth on this one a lot. I did not like the way Danny Silva looked during the weigh-ins. I think he did miss weight. Yeah, he missed weight for sure. He did not look good. Or no, I don't know if he did miss weight. Maybe he made weight. I'm honestly not sure. I'll have to go check that, but I'm going with Josh Kulabau in this one. I think that this is going to be a crazy fight. KO, probably Josh Kulabau KO. Maybe he wins by decision. I can see him squeaking the first 2 rounds and then losing the 3rd round possibly because Josh Kulabau generally isn't that great the longer the fight goes, but I think that with Danny Silva's weight situation, I think that maybe Kulabau can even finish this fight. It's going to be a tough one, though. The odds are, let's Let's get these odds real quick. We got Josh Kulabau at minus 184. Danny Silva at plus 154. Yeah, I'm going with Kulabau. Moving forward, we got Jafel Filo versus Ode Osborne. This one's going to be a crazy fight. This was probably the one I'm looking forward to. Top 3 I'm looking forward to. Yeah. I wouldn't say the most, but I'm looking forward to this one a lot for sure. I think that the odds are Jafel Filo at minus 162, Ode Osborne plus 136. Ode has a slight reach advantage, which he usually does over everybody in the flyweight division. Jafel Filo, he gets cracked sometimes, but, I think that, I don't know. I'm going with Jafel Filo. I think it's going to be close, though. I think this is going to be a real tough one. Jafel Filo by submission. Yeah, I think he wins by submission. It's going to be really tough. Ode could possibly win by KO in the first round. The odds are closer now than they are here. Like I said, minus 162 for Jafel Filo and plus 136 for Ode. It's a tough one going with Filo, though. I think he gets the sub round 3. Josiane Nunes versus Chelsea Chandler. Now, this is another fight that I've been back and forth on as well. At first, I was really high on Nunes. I was like, man, I don't like the way Chelsea Chandler looks on the feet. I think Nunes could really do something here, but at the same time, Nunes doesn't really finish, She's got bombs in her hands, but I don't know if she has that finishing instincts to get this one done. I'm going with Chelsea Chandler. I think Chelsea Chandler gets this one done by decision. Probably grapples a lot, pushes Nunes against the fence, maybe gets her down, in 1 or 2 rounds. I think Chelsea Chandler does the more control. Maybe gets her down a few times, actually. Yeah, I'm going with Chelsea Chandler by decision. The odds are minus 142, plus 120. Yeah, that's the only underdog I think I've picked so far. And I'm not confident. Not super confident in it. But I think that Chelsea Chandler could possibly get this one done. Moving forward, we got Natan Levy versus Mike Davis is the featured prelim. Mike Davis is good. He just doesn't fight often. I don't even know if I've seen him fight live. I think I have, but I don't remember it, But at the same time, I went and watched some of his stuff. I like Mike Davis. I like Mike Davis in this fight a lot. I think that he wins. I think Natan Levy also looked rough on the weight cut. We got Mike Davis at minus 305. Oh, he is definitely way higher than that now. It has him at minus 450 on DraftKings. Natan Levy is plus 350. I'm going with Mike Davis. Let me look at something real quick. Has Natan Levy been KO'd? He's only lost 1 fight. So, there's that. And it was by decision. He's never been KO'd. I'm going to go with Mike Davis to win this by decision. I think it's going to be a decision, maybe a KO round 2. If you have FanDuel, you can do that double. You can do Mike Davis by either decision or KO. That double chance bet's really good. Let me see what the odds are on that real quick. I think that's what I'm going to run on this one. Let's see. Yeah, Mike Davis by KO or on points is minus 290. That's way better than minus 450. I can parlay that in somewhere. I'm probably not going to be, placing a lot on this fight or this entire card in general, just because, man, a lot of these fights are hard to pick. I'm not a big fan of the card. It's all right, but I'm probably gonna just place like one parlay and maybe like a single bet or two. But moving forward to the main event, guys, we got Gerald Meerschaert versus Brian Barberena. Really looking forward to this one. This is in the top three for sure. Man, I want Brian Barberena to win, but I think Gerald Meerschaert's just too big here. I think Gerald Meerschaert gets this done by submission or decision, late submission, like round three, maybe late round two, or a decision. Yeah, I'm going with Gerald Meerschaert in this one by submission or decision. Let's see what the odds are for this fight real quick. We got Gerald Meerschaert at minus 235, Brian Barberena at plus 194. Brian Barberena is super fun to watch. He's fun to watch fight, man. He throws some crazy combinations. Good stuff. Good boxing for sure. Probably going to stay away from this fight just in case Brian pulls the upset so I can be happy. Moving forward, though. Yeah, Gerald Meerschaert at moneyline. Minus 230. Yeah, it's okay. We got Pannie Kianzad versus Macy Chasson. Let me see. What did Macy Chasson look like on the weight cut? I don't remember seeing her. Because, man, Macy Chasson is huge. I don't know how she makes the weight, bro. I don't know how she could ever make bantamweight. Like, what? Dude, she's massive. Let's see. Gotta turn this down real quick and find that. Pannie Kianzad, Macy Chasson. I think that Macy could possibly win this fight. I'm leaning towards her a little bit. If she's able to get the weight cut right, I think that she could win this one. Just kind of keeping Pannie at distance a little bit. She's not great at that, but keeping her at distance a little bit, maybe pushing her against the fence, getting some control time. I think Macy wins this by decision. Yeah, I think this fight goes decision for sure. Let's see. Here she is. She don't look too bad. 135.5 pounds. Yeah, Macy looks good. She looks good. She looks good. I think she's got the weight cut down. Nutritionist probably, something like that. I'm going with Macy Chasson in this one by decision. I think she gets it done. Moving forward, we got Christian Rodriguez versus Isaac Dolgarian. Number one fight I'm looking forward to for sure. This one's going to be crazy. I don't think this one goes the distance either. I think the Isaac Dolgarian early finish is probably what I'm leaning towards. I think he gets an early finish, probably KO. But Christian's never been KO'd. So there's that. Christian is good at late finishes. Maybe a submission late or a KO late, something like that. He does get he gets his subs more than he does KOs, so I think that's a. What is the prop on this fight to not go the distance? I bet it's disgusting. Let's see. Oh shit! It's not. It's not. It's minus 144 to not go the distance. I'm gonna go with that. I don't think this fight goes the distance. I think these guys are both looking to get the finish here, make a big statement in the featherweight division. This is Christian Rodriguez's. I think this is maybe his second time at featherweight. I think his only loss is at featherweight too. So I'm going with Dolgarian. I think that Dolgarian gets this done. I think he gets it done by KO. Yeah. Isaac Dolgarian by KO. That's that's plus 310. My bad. Plus 310. That's really good. I think that's a good pick there. Isaac Dolgarian by KO plus 310. Moving forward, we got OSP versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. This fight is extremely hard for me to pick. I did recently join MMA gym, and the gym that I did join just so happens to be the gym that OSP trains at. But I think I like OSP a lot. Obviously, he trains at my gym. I have a whole lot of respect for OSP. So many high level fights in the UFC. He fought against John Jones, Glover Teixeira, so many other people. I didn't watch those fights live, but I've seen the clips, you know. Um, but with all that said, I think that OSP is on a little bit of a skid here. I think that Kennedy is young. I think uh, I think um, I think he's hungry after that loss against Dustin Jacoby. I'm pretty sure, who's a super high level kickboxer and a lot more aggressive than OSP. I think that Kennedy can get this done. I I think the first round is going to play out slow. I think that Kennedy gets this done by KO, round two, round three. I hope not. I hope that OSP can win. You know, that's why I don't think I'm a bet on this fight. But I hope OSP can win. I can see OSP winning by maybe sub. Honestly, I think OSP got some ground game there, bro. OSP could possibly win by sub, and I know the numbers on that are probably insane, bro. Let's see. Let's see what they are on FanDuel real quick. OSP by submission is plus 1,400. Let's see what it is in like round two, round three. OSP by submission round two or round three is plus 2,900. Bruh, sprinkle like $5 on that. Shit, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Kennedy probably wins this fight though. Uh, KO or decision. You know, I could see OSP maybe making this a really a harder fight for Kennedy and maybe dragging it out longer. So I think this could potentially go to the decision. A lot of people think it's going to be a first round thing, but Kennedy doesn't really have a lot of first round finishes, and OSP doesn't normally get finished in the first round. I think that this is going to be a fun fight to watch, you know, but I think Kennedy wins it. Going forward, we got Brian Battle versus Angie Lusa. Um, I like Brian Battle in this fight, but I'm not super confident. I'm probably not going to bet on this. There's so many fights I'm not touching. This is one of them. There's a lot of these, like, I want to say it's like specialty versus specialty fights. A lot of like grappler versus striker, wrestler versus jiu-jitsu type fights. And this is one of the wrestler versus jiu-jitsu type fights. This is Angie Lusa is a good wrestler. Real strong, stocky, able to get takedowns pretty well. Brian Battle does get taken down a lot, but he is very sneaky with his BJJ. Has a pretty good amount of submissions. That's how he gets most of his fights done. I think that this fight is going to be exciting for sure. I'm going with Angie Lusa. I got you there, didn't I? I'm going with Angie Lusa. This is my second underdog. Yeah, I think Angie Lusa gets the takedowns. You know, I think he gets those takedowns and maybe gets some shit going on the feet too, you know. I think Brian Battle does get hit sometimes, you know. I don't like the way Brian Battle backs up and sometimes gets against the fence. I think that Angie Lusa could definitely do some things in this fight, but Brian Battle is really good with his length. He's good in the pocket. He's good everywhere. This fight could go either way. I think Angie maybe can get it done though. Is it Angie? I don't know. Is it Ange? Is it Ange? I don't know. But that was the co-main, by the way. My bad. We're on to the main event of the evening though. We got TUIVASA versus Marcin Tybura. Man, I've heard these rumors about Ty and his knee, bro, and that worries me, dude. I hope his knee's okay. Man, if Ty's healthy, he should win this. Ty should win this if he's healthy. I just don't know if he is. You know, I'm worried. You know, maybe Marcin can get those takedowns easier because Ty is dealing with that knee issue, and that could be a real issue. You know, but who knows? You got to think though. I don't know if Marcin finishes Tai necessarily. I don't know if Marcin has that finishing like capability there against Tai. Tai's super durable, you know, but he's not been as durable lately. That's the thing. And I think Marcin could get on top, possibly rain down some punches, get it done that way. Or Marcin can, you know, push this into those later rounds as well. But the one thing that keeps coming to my mind every time I think about this fight is every round that starts, Tai has the advantage. Every single time. As soon as the new round starts, Tai has the advantage because you got to start on the feet. You got to come towards each other. And I think Tai could possibly get something done early in one of the rounds, you know, in the first minute or so of one of the rounds. I think that's how it happens. I think that he wins first minute of round 2, possibly, after Marcin takes him down a fuck ton and just dominates him on the ground. Tai could come back and get that KO in like the first minute of round 2. I think that it's going to go somewhat like that, lean towards Tai TUIVASA, but Marcin could also win this. I'm probably going to place a little something on both sides just to see what happens, you know. Try to get a win on some props. Marcin TYBURA by decision is, you know, I think that's honestly possible, you know. And I hate to say it, but if he's able to get these takedowns with ease, then, you know, Marcin could just kind of like hold him for 25 minutes. And that's plus 600. Or Tai TUIVASA by KO in rounds 1 or 2 is plus 170. Not as good, obviously, but I think that's more likely. Tai TUIVASA KO round 1, 2. All right, guys, that is the main event. Let's go. That's all the fights of Tai TUIVASA versus TYBURA Fight Night, UFC Vegas 88, or I think it's 88, yeah. All right, guys, see you next time. I'm tired. Just got back from sparring tonight. Wanted to get this video recorded and posted, you know, but thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to like and comment. Let me know who you think is going to win the fight, and we'll see you next time. Peace.